Okay, Marla, thank you for coming and welcome to the next video interview in the series called Business Failure Confessions from the Masters. And we are doing the series in honor of introducing you to the wonderful speakers, panelists, and experts who are going to be at the September 30th to October 2nd Accelerate 2015 conference in Vancouver coming up. And we are very excited to meet you, Marla. I was reading prior to this meeting about, of course, all the wonderful work that you've done. And not only is it impressive that you created something really out of love, where you gave up your life and packed up your life and flew across the country to help someone, and now here you are after 7 consecutive years of being named one of Canada's top 100 women-owned businesses by Profit Magazine. How does that happen?
It's many hours of travel if you're living in Vancouver.
Oh.
But it really is. It's years and years and years of building.
Yeah.
It certainly isn't overnight. We weren't an overnight success.
Oh my God. Well, that's good to hear.
Yes.
It's good to hear for all of us, for those of us who are, just early beginning stages. So let's start with, who are your customers? Who do you help?
The customers we have are from so many different industries. We sell into the retail industry. So let's say a customer of ours would be Hudson's Bay. All their employees wear our name badges.
Nice. Very nice. So you make name badges.
We do. We make name badges. We didn't talk about what we do. We make a name badge system and signage system. So our name badges come in kits. And when you get a kit, you get every single thing you need to have to create a name badge.
Nice.
Including software.
Wow.
So one thing about successful businesses today is software is always a product that comes with many successful products or accompanies them.
Okay. And so you said every industry uses
We do retail. We started with banks, actually. That was our first group.
Wow.
We do cruise lines, hotels. We actually have 92% of, we're either endorsed, preferred, or exclusive to the major hotel brands.
Oh my
We
God.
have a lot of dealers and distributors, like the office stationery distributors that distribute 10-unit kits under the brand name The Mighty Badge. And for small businesses, we have a 2- and 4-unit name badge kit under the name of Yoo-Hoo.
Oh, very interesting. And was this like an invention, or it's just something that's always existed that you've just repackaged?
It's actually a patented product. So
Okay.
we originally patented the process that we patented 3 components: the plate, the lens cover, and the little insert that goes in as a name badge. And we put a backing on it. We added software, and it comes in a kit.
Wow. I think I saw someone sneaking behind you. I can't take
it.
Is that your lovely husband?
That is my lovely husband. It is.
Ladies that grow your biz.
That's right. He came home, actually.
Oh, that's good of him.
He came home because I'm Jewish and it's Rosh Hashanah.
I know. And
so it's a new year.
I know. Congratulations. And I'm surprised that you scheduled this today. Thank you.
So it's a new year. So he came home to eat the leftovers of our fabulous dinner.
I wish I was there.
That's right. So it was really nice. So we had a beautiful holiday.
Oh, you look nice. You look like you've, had a good holiday. So thank you for doing this.
No problem.
Okay. I'm going to ask about what was your biggest business mistake that you learned from?
The biggest business mistake we made, actually, it was sort of after a huge success. So we had a huge success and then a huge failure.
Ooh.
We used a PR agent out of New York City, who we still use to this day.
Oh.
And and one of Ellen, my business partner's goals was to get into Fortune magazine.
Okay.
So that was a goal of hers, that we would be a Fortune magazine best products to watch, under their header best products to watch.
Right.
We achieved that. Fortune magazine looked at our product, examined it, and when we got the patent, in the year we got the patent, and I'm going to say it was 1996.
Mm-hmm.
That date is, we got this fabulous article in Fortune magazine.
Nice.
It immediately changed our business.
Wow.
We got from that one article 1,400 great business leads.
Wow.
And one of the ones that was really exciting was Carnival Cruise Line.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, they had only 100,000 employees. So it was still not a huge, like it is today. Carnival Cruise Line must have thousands. But at that time, it was a certain number. And they contacted us, and we sold them a name badge, the name badge product,
right,
for all their employees. So you'd go on a cruise ship, they'd make a name badge, and they'd put it on their employees right here.
Right.
And so that would be how it worked. It ended up being our biggest sale by far. Okay, our biggest sale by far.
Are you going to get to the ugly part?
I'm going to get to the ugly part. We were using a plotter to put on the names. And what we learned is women who wore hairspray or perfume, when they put on the perfume, the names erased.
Oh my God.
Off the nameplate.
Wow.
So Fortune had called it a permanent name badge. And it ended up being permanent unless you used perfume or hairspray. And I have to say, up until that point, I had no idea how many people used hairspray.
Wow.
So that was really, and especially in the cruise line, which makes sense because cruising, there's water spray, so they must have wanted their hair to stay. That's right. So we ended up going from our biggest sale ever to people calling us really angry.
Oh my God.
And I would take calls, and we sold a lot of product where the name would come off.
Oh my God. What did you do?
So initially we tried to get a cover on it. So we tried to see if we could if we could coat it with some kind of coating that would keep the name on. And we were in partnership, so we had a lot of really stressful arguments about what our options were. Yeah. Because being in partnership with someone is like being in a marriage and something's going terribly wrong and everyone has a different approach. So that went on. One of the things we decided, though, was if we put a lens cover on the plate, we could protect and project the name. So that was one of the products we decided to go with. And when we did that, we ended up calling it a reusable name badge.
Oh, you
supplying an alcohol-based remover that removed the name, so they could reprint the plate and cover it with. So that ended up being our failure ended up creating a huge success for us in that we ended up becoming an environmentally sustainable product because
Wow.
the names actually came up.
So did you think of that?
It evolved. It was sort of organic. We said, well, we can't keep the names on unless we etch it or do something that we don't want to do. We didn't want our customers to use chemicals.
Right.
That was really an issue because if we sent them something that was potentially a dangerous chemical, that would just compound the problem.
Right. Wow. Congratulations on turning that around. So what did the business do, like in terms of numbers and growth?
So what we did is, at the time we started, we were doing about 1.6 million, and this is pretty documented. That PR article and the customers and the growth we experienced, once we got the problem solved, we grew to about 3 to 4 million.
Okay, doubled.
And today, that's right, doubled. But what was interesting is so we were working that way. We had a product at that time, it worked with a plotter, which was a fairly costly way of putting names on. So we had to develop an insert sheet, which is what we use today. That is a very specialty product, again, a patented or design patents also, to have an insert that you could insert into the plate. Then we started to sell it to all companies, especially hospitality. Because cruise line is really a very unique group of companies. They test everything. They're extremely innovative. They have very stringent requirements. They operate, they're very fast paced, and they're willing to try anything that improves their situation. So you don't get a lot of, it's an interesting industry. Once they had properly tested our product, and now we had 3 cruise lines or 4 cruise lines using it, we turned around and looked at the hospitality industry, and that became a really great channel for our product. We then grew to close to 6 million.
Nice.
But
did you experience any dip during that, disaster?
In 2008, which is when the economy really didn't do well.
Yeah.
We sort of weathered the storm. And I think that for our company and products like ours, which are cost efficient, sustainable, if the economy is fabulous, we do well. If the economy is really not doing well, we do well. It's when it's sort of the mundane day-to-day where everything's just okay, we're maintaining. I think in 2008, we ended up, the bigger problem for us was currency because we have so many American customers.
Yeah.
So for us, we were fighting the recession and the currency impact.
Ugh, I know. Gosh, most of my business is in the U.S. Now you're scaring me.
So that was a real interesting experience. But we were a seasoned company at that time. So you really start to know what you're doing more closely than you would, you know how to manage your cash flow, how to impact a variety of, like you look at the company and you really operate to do your best to mitigate any of the challenges. And so after you've done, there are dips and flows. It's not a straight line up.
Right. Oh, that's good to know. So what advice do you have for our viewers?
I would say that it's resilience. When something terrible happens, you have to look at it as an opportunity and take it and make it gold. Nice, like you did. Good. We went from a permanent badge that we thought was going to take us to the next level to a sustainable badge that took us to the next level. Yeah, but it's all positioning. It's positioning. How you positioned it. It's how you position it and really taking it and saying, well, what are the features that are really great about this? And what are the features that I can change that will make whatever I'm offering a real win-win for both us and the companies we're working with?
So tell us what you're going to be talking about at the conference.
I'm actually talking about how to work with large multinationals.
Okay.
So that's interesting. And I would say even today, and we deal with a lot of multinationals, we deal with, I think it's 25 or 27 Fortune 500 companies. So
Right.
we really have a breadth of it. It still is nerve-wracking.
Right.
It's never a slam dunk.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about how to ensure that your product or service is well received and what you can do to give yourself a really good chance of getting a contract.
I love that. Okay, how do we reach you, Marla? Not just at the conference, but, other than that.
You can reach me at mkott, M-K-O-T-T, at imprintplus.com.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I was just going to give you a number also.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Why not? You can reach me at my cell. If anyone does want to speak about business and their ideas, I definitely am interested. I would love to speak with them at 604-512-8266.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you won't be getting the phone ringing off the hook.
If there's that many women that have fabulous ideas that are looking for some assistance, I hope it will be ringing off the hook.
Well, you heard it here, folks. It's not often that somebody so successful and such an executive level gives out this much accessibility to herself. So that just tells you about the caliber of women who are going to be at this event. And I am so excited to meet you there.
Thank you. I'm excited as well.
Thank you for this interview.
Bye-bye.
Take care.